Texas woman has gone viral on TikTok for sounding the alarm about finding a tracking device in her bag. Take a listen to her warning.
This weekend on Saturday, I went to dinner with a group of friends for this girl's birthday. If you know me, I don't normally carry a purse, but on Saturday I did because we had decorations and stuff for the table. Anyways, at the end of the night, I'm cleaning my purse out and I find this. If you don't know what this is, it's a tile. It's basically a tracker for, people put it on their keys and whatnot. It's not mine. I don't know how it got in my purse. I immediately took the battery out, don't worry. But yeah, so check your purses and stay safe out there.
So that's her warning. Now, those type of trackers, like you heard her say, can help you find your keys, that type of thing, but they can also make it easy for someone to stalk you. So says the experts like Audace Garnett, a technology safety specialist with the National Network to End Domestic Violence. She is live with me this morning. Audace, good morning to you. Is this woman right to warn others? Is this a common occurrence?
Absolutely. Good morning, Sally, and thank you for having me. Let me start out by saying that these devices were not created to cause harm. They were created, as she said, to help you find your keys, to help you find your backpack or your purse. However, there are bad actors who are using these tools as a way to cause harm, to commit crimes, to stalk, to harass, and to illegally monitor people. And it gives abusers access to survivors, and it's definitely not okay to do it without their consent.
Now, it seems like this was a random thing with this woman, but in your experience and in the stories that you've heard, is it more of a domestic thing where you've got an estranged relationship and an ex is trying to track the ex?
Well, this is something that we oftentimes hear about. We do not have numbers on the prevalence of this issue, but it is happening. We work directly with advocates who are working on the front line throughout the country with survivors who are being impacted by being stalked by these devices, and it's happening a lot. And oftentimes survivors don't come forward because they're fearful of retaliation or being harmed by the abuser. So there's a lot of underreporting going on. So there's no way to really check on the prevalence, but it is happening a lot.
Now, what should someone do if they find one of these? Because you heard the woman say she took out the battery, but I don't believe she called police and made a police report. And this tile does work with an app. So even taking out the battery, they would still be able to perhaps find who it's registered to, the police would?
Right. So that's a good question. I think that it's important that survivors first trust their instincts, because abusers can be unpredictable and dangerous. If you notice that a person is randomly showing up to places where you are, do not ignore that. Trust your instincts. If this is someone that you know and you're currently experiencing domestic violence or trafficking, if it's safe, you should consider contacting a hotline. The domestic violence hotline, the phone number is 800-799-7233. Contact that hotline, connect with an advocate who could provide you with the support and resources that you need in order to keep you and your family safe. Now, some may be thinking, oh, let me just remove that battery, let me just bash this device with a hammer and go on with my life. It's not that easy. Getting rid of the device may make the abuse escalate, and the abuser may want to locate you in another way. They may want to show up to your home. So that's why it's important to connect with an advocate. And if you feel safe connecting with law enforcement, that's definitely something you should do, but you shouldn't damage the device, because if you want to proceed with pressing charges, that device could be used as evidence.
That is good to know, not to destroy the device. That good information on Audace Garnett with the National Domestic Violence Corporation. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Up next, Jose Altuve gives manager